Hey and welcome back to the channel. So I'm doing a guide from rank 30 to pro rank, and I've been playing for a very long time. So, I want to show you guys that it is possible if you're a new player to go ahead and do this without spending money. Now in the first video, being episode 1, we went over the tutorial, some deck building tips, and we played from rank 30 to 27. And for this video, I'm just going to be continuing to climb and continuing to make adjustments to the starter deck with the resources that we earn from playing matches and doing challenges. So let's get started here. Haven't made any changes to the deck, haven't touched the account since we played last. I'm going to try and get some things done here, and I'm thinking about really quickly just looking to see if we can start one of the main trees. So it looks like since the last time we were here, the winter event stopped, which is fine. We don't really care that much. We want to go to Skellige and do the main faction tree because we're playing Skellige first. So obviously getting some resources is going to be a very good thing here. So Ultimate Keg is any faction, whereas ores are going to give us the faction that we're looking for because we could use them to buy the right keg. So I think we're always going to be shopping for ore, and hopefully after the next couple of games we can get some decent amount of ore so we could at least craft maybe like one good card, right? So let's get into a game here. One thing I noticed in the first video was that the tutorial version of Onslaught is different than the actual Onslaught that they changed over the last month, which could probably be confusing for some new players. But we gotta be careful here because, like I said, we're not spending money on the account, so we might play against people who are, and that could be a bit of a challenge. We have a very basic deck. So I actually don't mind Greatsword round 1. These aren't bad round 1. For what it's worth, we could play most of the hand. I think this might be too good. I kind of want to save one for later. Something like that feels pretty comfortable. We are on blue coin, so we have to be careful here. I think I'm going to go ahead and jack up the first boat because I want it to stick. And we'll go down with the second one. It should give us pretty good round control already. Looks like they're playing probably some kind of pirates. I'll be able to tell you guys pretty quick if I think this is more of like a meta deck or just like a homebrew. Looks like a bit of a starter deck so far.
What is it?
And we can just take it easy here, put down these engines, get some value over the round. I think I want to put down a Greatsword because we're getting the 2 points per turn off the boats. So they shut down one, we can put down the other, and then we can play the Greatsword.
I promise you a quick death.
And realistically, if I can put down Greatsword here and not get a pass, then we're definitely going to pass on them because we have them trapped.
Finally.
Hopefully they don't use the leader charge here on the 3. Surely they do. That's fine. Seeing Hemdall, so they must have been doing the same reward tree that we started off with as well. And I think we just stay comfortable here. When they play a card, we get the damage from it, so this will go up to 5. A lot of the game comes down to preserving resources, so when you see them playing gold cards and we're able to accomplish the same thing with bronzes, it feels pretty good. That gives us a tie. I wonder if they ever go in here with a leader charge just to get ahead. Surely they do. Okay, that's not all bad. Let's go ahead and take out something like that. give us some points from this. We should be able to get the pass we're looking for if we need to. And just make sure there's no summon the highest power pirate, so we don't have any pirates. We should just be fine. We don't want to kill this before this. We want to kill this first. Now, Gutting Slash trades up pretty well. We get the 6 damage because the Bloodthirst too, so I'm not really concerned about this round. In fact, I think we actually pass here, just because I know it's going to take an overcommitment from them to get ahead. So if this hits that, it puts them down to 17. This flips over, puts us up to 21, 22. Bloodthirst 1. It's fine. I don't really want to get into playing golds here. So whatever card they play, yeah, that'll tie it, and there's nothing they can do about it. So 2-card advantage pretty well guarantees this is like a last say here. So I would imagine that they probably pass. I think this will be our pass card. I think we put back champions for now. And I think we can afford to keep dagger. I'm relying on card advantage, but I also want some cards that we don't have. Here, I think we do get a pass. Oh. So the problem is, I want to get rid of that as soon as possible. But I also don't want to give up my card advantage. I think that's fine. Because that can get out of control pretty quick.
You want to pass, you gotta pay. Can't let you through elseways.
Yeah, they're not getting both cards back, but they can have one. Also, their deck has a lot of cards. You don't want more than 25, typically, right? Otherwise, you might not draw into the ones you need. So... we like the Raider, because the Raider will have damage for next turn, so it'll catch them pretty well.
Take that treasure. Tear your collar off with it.
14, this plays for 5, yeah, that's fine. Don't think it really matters what we hit there, so we're going to preserve the card advantage. I think we're going to be able to, yeah, 2-card advantage. Good opening play. Kind of want some proactivity. I think I'm going to ditch something like the Gutting. Geralt might not be the best play, but it's fine. We kind of want like a Lock or a Donner or something like that. I don't know if I love this here. That's probably a bit better.
Will you die already? Or need I kill you again?
I have an idea of some of the cards that I want to craft based on my experience. We want to look at some of the top provision cards, like the 12 provision cards, and get more heroes in the deck, because our deck doesn't have enough provision so far. It isn't playing to the maximum amounts. We want to fill that up first, and then we can kind of work on like synergy and a complete style of play after the fact. So probably wasn't the one to hit. We don't want to kill this if we can avoid it. To be fair, I think we take Hemdahl. I just really don't want to kill this.
Forefathers! The time has come!
Okay, perfect. That's fine. We still get a pretty good Lugos, and then we can obviously just get the Bloodthirst 3 off the Lugos.
Workstation! Give us all you got!
Or not. Nice little play there.
Well, what is it?
I don't even think it matters. We have a pretty big lead. We don't have to play the last two cards. We'll claim some of the rewards after. We have 200 ore, which is enough for 2 kegs. They're 100 each, so I'm going to wait till we get a couple more, and then we can try and get some doubles that we can mill and go from there.
Great!
Boat's good. This is not great. 2 great swords, a little bit greedy. 2 boats is nice. The invader, it's okay. It's not great. That's fine.
The Valley of Flowers. There is no place more beautiful.
So they know a thing or two. That's one of those cards you just got to get rid of as soon as you see it. It gets crazy. Especially when they're playing it from hand. It's not a starter card.
Got business for me?
Okay, I don't think we have to focus on this right now. I think we have to focus on the mission.
Oh, stop gurgling like that.
They've definitely either spent some money or watched the video for sure. This isn't adding up for me. I'm just worried that they're going to play something that will boost this and then they'll effectively be able to use it, but I also have to optimize the amount of points that we're getting so we don't get overrun here, so I think I have to play something like this and just hope for the best here. I'm going to go ahead and boost one of these just so that we can get out of the round if we have to. I really hope they don't have a hand spell for that. Yeah, they have cosmetics, like they spent money, you see? They bought the starter pack for Qcento or something.
The earth will flow with the blood of Enshay, the blood of elves.
It's like another card that we don't want to keep here. Because they could be running orbs, right? But there's no direct way to take it out in this turn unless we use Donner, which I'm willing to actually gamble a little bit. I think we're just going to go ahead and play this and get the combo going for the Drummonds, because we have a pretty significant lead here. If I see Simlas come out into double orbs, then we just know they're net decking for sure. Here I am stressing about it. Okay. Lock is good. Lugos is not bad. This is okay. I think we dump this and we pick it up with this here. Great Sword's not bad here either, unless they have like rebukes. But I think otherwise it gets a pretty good value. Can we do better though? I kind of want to pull like one of the actual hero cards, something that's a bit stronger. So I wonder if we ever just say, forget about the Invader and yeah, look for something a bit better there. Let's see how they go about it here. We might look for a pass.
Pen Ikea. Ted Dayred is nigh.
So that got 2 hand buffs. Nah, I think we're gonna go for it a little bit here. I'm not too worried. If they go super tall, we have Champion's Charge access, so that's why I'm like not stressing it too much here.
If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
Splendid crops this year, and ever they shall be. Leave it to me.
Can't lock the 3, but what we can do is, I think it's appropriate.
The more I drink with our forefathers! Amen!
And we're hoping that they don't boost any of the 1s or the 4. We can go in with the Lugos and take out the Sage.
Nigh is the time of the sword and axe.
This could be a Torque deck.
I make the laws here.
Have they played a lot of specials? Not really.
The elders must put a stop to this rebellion, else they will face devastation.
Gotta respect that.
Golden dragon.
So I want something that's not, well, pretty much everything's going to be boosted here. That's the issue. We got to get that Bloodthirst 3. Otherwise we might just pass. Unless we can go for a Gutting Slash for 6, that might actually be better. Yeah, so it is Torque.
But know not of farming.
Torque for 9. I honestly believe that we could probably get 2 cards if we take a pass here, and I don't mind it either. But then again, we'll see how this play goes. We have a comfortable enough lead. They should have purified this. 3651. This is base power 5. Okay, so I think that's actually what we're gonna do, is just take this Champion's Charge on the 13. And that should be 2-0. Holy. I wasn't expecting a 20-point of glass there. That's awesome. So we're running into people playing much stronger decks than I would have thought for this rank. I'm going to have to look at what we can spend here. Whoops, we'll go to the faction tree. Some more ore. I want like one good card at least. Wait, we have enough for 2, don't we? Okay.
Yep, must smash. Super show.
Bear Witchers are good. That's something we can actually fit in the deck. I don't mind. Yes, Marauder. Let's have a look here. I'd like to get like a Fukushia or Herald or something. So this is the one I want. Put Herald in the deck. Actually, since we have 400, we might be able to get 2 epics, which is probably a little bit better than Devotion Veteran. Okay, so Devotion Veteran means no Dorage, means no Geralt, which is not ideal. We're getting close to filling the provisions for the deck too, which is kind of nice. I wonder if we ever just say, you know what, here. Patch Recital Fury is okay, but eventually I'm probably going to switch to something a little bit stronger. Okay. Bloodthirst 1 lock, that fits into our devotion that we're looking for, which is not bad. I'm thinking about crafting this. Skjordal is one of my favorite cards for Skellige, especially when you're playing warriors. So let's just get that one in there. You play it later on, gets crazy value. Now, because we're rocking Devotion, we can look at getting, where is it, War of Clans at 6 provision. And then we want to put 2 more cards in. Well, we have a couple targets for the War of Clans. We just want to fill up these 2, like this amount of provisions with the next couple cards we look at. So it's possible to do like a Wild Boar for now. We can look at that in a second. What's going to be 200? A lot of our plays kind of synergize with this leader, so we have to be careful. Boost self by 1 for each damaged unit. Boost self by the amount a unit is damaged. So that plays very nicely with the Greatsword, to be fair. We have 4 provisions that we could fill up, but it's pretty smooth overall. Okay, we'll just leave that for now. I'd say it's a little bit better than where it was. And we're just gonna have to dive back in and play some games.
You've got the heart of an uncrate.
You got vampires. Oh, they have a sweaty card back too. So this person owns Cyberpunk at least. That's what that one's all about. Want one of these for now, one for later, but we could probably dump Champion's Charge first. 2 boats is nice. Yeah, I think we go with at least one of these for now. We gotta play a little bit cautious here. Jäger, and okay, so they're obviously would have spent some money on the game or just grinded for it. I think that's fine. It would have been nice if we had the Champion's Charge, but we probably will face an Oz roll as well. So they're pushing us to lose on even. We'll look at the round when we have like 5 cards left and we'll decide if we want to pass there. So there is a line where we actually bank the Raider, and then we take Bloodthirst 2 6 damage on Jäger and finish it up. That wouldn't be such a bad idea.
secure.
With Unseen Elder, though, it's a little bit expensive. It's pretty crazy. So, here, we'll take that. And if I get the pass I'm looking for, then I'll just kill the Jaeger and get ahead. But otherwise, we'll just pass, I think, at 5. So far, I'm feeling pretty good. 12 provisions, 10 provisions, 10 provisions, 7 provisions, right? Or 6 now, got a buff. Okay. So, assuming we take down the 13, puts them at 11, we have 3 bleeding. They played a lot of gold cards, we played 0, so I don't mind that too much. War of Clans is set up here, which is great. Invaders here. I think we can dump something like that. Champion's Charge access is really nice. Yes, we have a pass card here. I think that should be good. Let's just go for that. They probably think we suck. They're probably going to push for a little bit here, but I think we should be fine. If we make it out of the round, we have a solid round 3. I think we want to play this first because it has Veil.
Die already, or need I kill you again?
So we should be able to play this now and still get ahead.
But a scratch.
We take War of Clans, right? Just making sure we didn't mess up our devotion. We didn't, because this is going. So that it'll always proc if we have
What is it?
devotion. That's kind of a problem I can't solve. This is a beast which would ultimately refresh this, which is kind of nice, but We're not doing that just yet. We got to get Bloodthirst on one more thing. There's an argument here to take on the Aparian Phantom. Because next turn it'll go up to 3, and we could just kill it off with Blood Eagle. Now, without overcommitting, without using our Bloodthirst here, I think, fair to say, like, the Berserker is pretty nice.
Take more than that to stop me. Mankind is a virus, a plague.
And this will get the most value here because we have this, which is damaged, so we'll go ahead and play that. Really good point swing for 6 provisions. They've used the Geralt that they had, so I'm pretty confident that we'll just be able to get out of the round with that. They waited a little bit too long as well to start putting bleeding. If they're going for the 3 oaks, they won't get the full 3 turns. And I think we should be able to set up Bloodthirst 3. Yeah, we should be able to set up Bloodthirst 3 and just kill the tallest unit without having to use the leader here.
We plunder. Full service.
Yeah, it's not enough here. So that'll do it for their whole play, I think. Blood Eagle works quite well with what we've got. We have a pretty good Gutting Slash too. I think we dump this, and I think we dump this. Lugos, okay. You could probably pull Hemdall, which is probably the play. My hands are tied because we have damage cards, but we don't have... How do we deal with this here? I think what we do is we play the leader. And then we just, we'll take Lugos on a 1. I'm not too worried about the game at this point. We just, Blood Eagle, Hemdall into points is fine. This into a Gutting Slash deals for 6 next turn.
Blood for Svalbard!
Yeah, it's definitely the most points to go Hemdall here. Let's take it out. Scraps. If we get ultimate kegs, we're not going to be pulling into necessarily what we need because it's going to be a mixture of all factions here. So I'm looking for more Skellige specific stuff, and we like ore. And I'm trying very hardly, I really don't want to mill any of the cards that we have for other factions, because the first time I played Gwent, I went and, for example, I wanted to make more monsters cards, so I milled everything that wasn't monsters, but then when I wanted to play another faction, I had nothing, and it was virtually impossible to get everything back. It was just too frustrating, so if we can avoid that, all the better. This card's actually pretty good. Hey. Yes. So we have a choice here. This is exactly what I was looking for. We have great swords, so this acts for like a huge removal if we can play a great sword early round. But I also like Fukusha for bringing something back. The fact that this is premium, though, is intriguing. I think it's always, I hate to say it, but I think it's always Fukusha. Nah, we have to take Hjalmar, don't we? I feel too bad. It's expensive to get stuff that's premium. So that's like a solid removal. Hjalmar goes in. We could take something out. I don't love Lugos, but it's not horrible. We need to get rid of a 6. This plays for arguably more points than other cards. I can't say I like Dagger that much. His Dagger just plays into Tall Punish. Bloodthirst 3 boosts up by 5. That's like a really good point slam too. If we put the 7 in, we can... say hypothetically we take something out. Is that actually worth it? It's like a good last say card, right? Let's say we do that. -3. How much are we gonna miss one of these? That's what I'm trying to decide, you know? Is it ever that, or does the Brock for Hunter stay in and we get rid of the Invader? The reason why I say is I think that might be the case. Just because this plays really nicely with the Great Swords early on, right? But we have other options too. So we could try like this. If it's uncomfortable, we can switch it up. But we're getting close to that provision allowance here. We have 2 consistency cards, which definitely helps a little bit. We have good points. So I'm kind of excited about that. War of Clans is a little bit troubled because we have to make sure that we play at least one of these early on, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And we really want Fukusha though, like, and Herald too. These are going to make the top end like really shine. So if we win this game, we're on to rank 25. Okay. So, rule of thumb when I'm playing this card, War of Clans, I don't usually want to play this in round 1. We want to establish the graveyard first, so whenever you see that, you can put that away. This is not bad if we're splitting up points from cards like this. This isn't ideal round 1, but I don't know if we're going to draw it again. We probably put back Champion's Charge round 1 to be fair, and that's not bad. We have a 4 provision bronze to play for clans. We have a lot of stuff we could cycle out. We just hold on to Hjalmar for later. We've got this for our Blood Eagle. We should just be fine with that. And for once, we're actually playing on red coin. Holy. We're just going for it, right? Here. I want to get down both boats because I think over time will be more valuable. We don't necessarily have to go super crazy and disrupt our pattern to get rid of one of these boats, or the siege. Now it's actually more enticing. We could take a Gutting Slash here.
You stand before royal majesty.
Okay, I don't think it's worth rushing. We just play that here, try and get our Bloodthirst established. We can get a 14-point removal off of Champion's Charge potential off Vabjorn, so that's pretty huge, right? If we're pulling in for this card here, we don't necessarily have to grab the Blood Eagle.
Fall overboard and I'm not jumping in after you.
So they're playing a little bit around Bloodthirst. I think that's fine.
Take more than that to stop me.
We need it to hit the 6, or the 4, so we can get Bloodthirst 2, remove this. That's a lot of value. $32 to $14. They could be ready to Temple Pass on us here, right? That's a consideration as well. Assuming I was to go Vabjorn into Blood Eagle, play Blood Eagle for the 2 points, take a bronze card, we'd be able to get maybe one of the Great Swords out. Would the Great Sword be enough, though? That's the big question. Because we run the risk of this hitting... I don't think it's the Great Sword you go for.
I'll gut you like fishes.
I think it's actually the Berserker.
What's 3 hours from the yard? A pinprick, that's one. Back to the dust whence you came.
So I'm going to turn off that engine. This will flip. Hopefully we hit something without armor. Should keep us within reach. Okay. We just need to play 4 points. We have 5 here. Out by 12 with the leader. So we need 14 to get ahead. Bloodthirst 1. We don't really have a good Hjalmar target this is going to play for 6 points, which is not really great. I think that's where we have to concede. So I don't think we set up our grave for the War of Clans, do we? Didn't quite have the time to do it. We probably dump it back just in case. We've got a couple options to do it here if we pull into it in round 3, but I think we want to go in for a little bit stronger of the card than, let's say, maybe something other than the Hunter. Yeah, Greatsword's good. It'll set up the Hjalmar just fine. Do we let them have the card back? Yeah, we can let them have the card back.
Worry not. We'll tend to your ankle biters too.
Nice mess you've got here.
So if they get Zeal, they're bringing out more. Maybe that's the plan. To do like the whole Pavetta play. Do we ever just take out the 4? We might. It keeps us ahead too.
Who wants to taste Gallagher steel?
I think that's fair. I value the card advantage quite a bit here, so...
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
13, 14 on the pass. We play this here. A little bit slower, but I'm hoping that we can just get away with playing Greatsword and start getting that value. That's worth 6 points. Okay. We gotta respect the tempo, don't we?
For a great Redania, from the mountains to the sea!
So Bloodthirst 2. We still have an opportunity to create more Bloodthirst. I don't think they're going to be able to get that card back. Yeah. So we could, if we pull into Skjortl, maybe Donner or something like that, Hemdall, any of those, we should be fine. This might just play for 6 points, which is unfortunate. Okay, so proactive play. It's just a good value. Pull into this. I mean, that looks like the hand, no? We just play Hunter for points and just wait. And then a short round, we're pulling back the Invader, because that's a 9-point play off of the War Clans.
You die already, or need I kill you again?
Thank not me, thank Melitele.
We have to decide what we're gonna get from... Yeah, it's probably looking like a hunter, to be fair. Maybe we could see if we can set up a Bloodthirst 3. Actually, Donner's probably more points, right? Place for 7. We're probably not going to get the plus on this, which is fine. It's possible. We might play this last. Okay, now it's not really possible. Yeah, Bloodthirst 3 boosts up by 5. I think we just go for that. We don't go too tall or anything like that. Makes their top removal not as good. And there you go, just jam Hamdall in the back row, we should just be fine. See what we got from that. Nice. Wait, so can we see our... Hey, let's go. Top 100,000, 11-0. Feeling pretty good so far. Rank 25. I'll take a few minutes break here to come back to it. Alright, let's get back to it here. Running into some like really tryhards early on. I don't remember it being like that. So in the meantime, this level here's our rank. And this is like our level overall towards prestige. And this is our battle pass level, or our journey level. Which reminds me, we can actually go claim a ton of journey rewards because they have like the free row as well. So maybe we'll have a look at that after the game, see if it'll help us get maybe another gold card for the deck. So we gotta be careful, because I think that Nilfgaard generally plays pretty well into warriors, so something to consider here. We mulligan back that, we have Bloody Gold for consistency. I don't know if they're running a simile, but their leader shows that they are, or potentially running it, right? Which in that case, I don't really like playing these things in round 1, but it's fine. I think we have to tuck away the Champion's Charge, maybe that, just to get a bit better cards. Here we go. Maybe if we play quick, they'll try and match our pace and make mistakes. I feel pretty comfortable playing fast. Okay. This is like a meta thin package now. So we'll put these down and get them started. Both of them. And they have a sweaty background too, like a border.
Just a peek. That is all I need.
So surely we try and take out the boat first.
Far yet.
We'll bloody go off the boat.
What is it?
And we want to get out potentially a greatsword to set up Hjalmar, which is actually not bad here. But it's not super fast either. What's engraved? One of those. We could go for a War of Clans, to be fair.
Reasons for the feeble of heart.
And we can just go ahead and take care of that problem in the back row. That should give me time to get out of the round if we want. Cycles out the deck a little bit, so we're going to be pulling the better cards later on. As if they have Coup and Blightmakers. Wow.
And if I insert a needle here, what then?
18. I think we do go and play a Raider.
Women, children, elders. We spare none.
Highly curious.
Yeah, so they pull a boat. But there's 2. Donner takes care of that problem, but so does this. Without committing too much. And I want to try and Temple Pass here. Hopefully they're greedy. Because this will be when we get out. 100%. Of course. So do we like long run against Nilfgaard? Probably not. Can we do better than this? Do we have a first say? I think we put back the pig for now. That looks alright. So we don't have any proactivity. We have to pass. Gutting's good, 7's good, that's not bad. What will we be looking for from here? Champion's Charge is actually kind of desirable. Boar might actually be pretty good too. I just don't know if we remove anything to get them. I think... Okay, for what it's worth, it's fair to dump Gutting Slash. And we have what's set up now for... It's a 6 point. That's not bad. Okay, that's not bad. So the warrior we're pulling for is probably the raider.
Knock them into submission.
Do I enjoy torture? Perhaps. A bit.
I think we just take it slow here. Be nice if we could somehow remove this, to be fair.
What? This? But a scratch.
They could play on the back row, that'd be nice. Yeah, they're playing a meta deck.
You will not regret this.
Look at this.
I bring death, quite literally.
I think that's fine. We want Bloodthirst, so we go in for 3 here, and I honestly feel like we take this instead of this, because this is going to get removed regardless. It's perfect yen target, but then again, so is this, right? So we have to decide here. I think that's probably the most points, to be fair.
No time to lose.
I hate nothing more than a creaky door.
So we take care of this first. Yeah, I'm at a huge disadvantage here. "20-point removal, though, and counting on the mage. But if they're running the whole meta list, I guarantee they have Terra Nova coming out here. So, yeah, Fur Cart into the whole thing. Look at this.
Sing to our tune.
You're
That's not too
stalling a
bad.
fine tankard.
Trying to figure out how to optimize. We can take leader.
Death is only the beginning!
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 gets rid of... Probably take it for the most points possible. We have a really good Hemdall here. But I think we actually opt for the removal first on the 19.
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
And so with the 6 here, we can try and get rid of the Vigo. It'd be the Vigo, or it'd be... Well, the Great Sword's not going to happen.
The time has come.
Okay, so we have a really good Artorias removal there.
Shipper.
Okay, down by 1 point, but they spent a lot of what they have, right? Oh, wasn't expecting heat wave as well. Jeez. So we have 6 points removal for that. We take Hemdall first. Yeah, we take Hemdall first.
Finally.
Last say Terra Nova.
Nothing will stop us.
Bury corpses? Nay, feed our foes to the crabs while they still live.
Yeah, so that'll do it by 1 point if I'm not mistaken, right? Well, they played it, so we actually don't get that anymore. Fair. So this guy's card for card playing a deck that was meta for like 2 months. Sure. It's ranked 25. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's fine. Do we lose points? We don't lose points here. Yeah, they clearly are playing crazy, crazy decks. Yeah, it makes a pretty big difference. We'll go in here. Okay, we like scrolls. That's what I was talking about. That's huge. You kind of want to skip on the meteor powder at this point. I don't think we're going to be able to avoid ultimate kegs, but scraps are pretty good too. Okay, maybe we get more here. Okay, so we have 5 kegs worth. Let's go and do that.
We make smash smash. Where's these?
So might as well just collect the ones we don't have at the same time, right? Stunning Blow is not bad here.
Where's these? One bang spot. Battle now is trash.
Big fan of Squirrel. So I don't think we're gonna have enough here to make anything, but we can have a look. 400. I think we want to save up for one of these two. Alright, so round one, we want to come in with something like this to set up the Hjalmar, that's fine. Maybe cycle out one of these for War Clans. We have pretty good hand. I don't think we need to go as far as Wild Boar the Sea. And I don't think we need the second Greatsword just because it's a little slow. I like to see the boat here. This is kind of a finisher card for round 3. So that's not horrible. Let's just go ahead and not really boost it just yet.
Well, one white-haired freak to report.
Simple enough. They're going to push this back, so we'll just go ahead and dome it before it gets out of hand.
Left, right.
That's not really a threat yet. We want to put down Greatsword here just so that we can get the points when they play something, and then we can take care of the problem afterwards.
Awaiting your orders.
So here's the move. We go in, we take out the drummer.
Reasons for the feeble of heart!
What is it?
Simple enough, right? That was pretty good. I mean, I might actually go and test them in round 2. Unlike the last opponent who was playing a meta deck, this is just fine. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. Good, good. Not bad. I feel like if we tuck this back, we may not see it again. To be fair, it's a pretty good pushing hand. I'm gonna put that back regardless. We have a chance to sort of put out some engines, see what's going on with the Berserkers, right? And we could still pass at 7, so I'm not too worried about it at this point. Okay, Anna here is kind of scary if we leave it untreated. If we go kill this, we need to find a good warrior to pull. I don't want to pull... Well, we can pull Greatsword. That actually makes a ton of sense. Because we have these that are going to be just going and cracking at whatever they play, so...
Not without good reason. They call me the Stern.
Should have played the formation, probably.
What's 3 hours to be honest?
And I'll probably start playing on melee row just to play around Tall Punish, just in case.
If the king demands a head, I'll give him yours.
I wonder if they use one to boost the other. Yeah. Do we have some... Okay, we have a Greatsword. That's kind of nice. when they take damage. The 2 armor is kind of annoying. I think we set this one up here.
Burn the homes, fell the trees, anything shiny, order!
I want to have more of a chance for the pings to hit something that's not armor, so we want to wait till the next turn potentially to put out the other berserker. Duel.
Valyria and Rivia!
Holy. You know what's crazy is that they're not even like they're not even ahead yet. Okay, yeah. Let's just go ahead and play 33.33%. Nope. Still fine. I think we just go ahead and play that.
You die already?
Try again.
Or need I kill you again?
We're running out of steam here. I think we should actually pass.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
So Bloodthirst might be a little bit more difficult to get in a round where, yeah, we have 1 removal, good boost here, Champion's Charge for the kill. Hemdall is really nice if we would have had that. Is there anything that I would mind? This is pretty good. This will boost itself. Okay, by 1 for each damage unit. To be fair, I think this goes.
Again and again and again.
Here's what we'll do. We'll play this, and then we'll focus on getting rid of this after. Because they're going to play an engine beside it, probably a Tridum.
I do not mince words on principle.
I will not bend my neck for that cripple.
Bribe me, dimwit. You're supposed to bribe me.
I think we get rid of this one here with the Lugos, which would require us using Leader. That's fair. We don't stack the row for them, we play it on the range row.
The Lorraine drink with our forefathers!
Yeah, Lugos takes care of the 4, because that'll turn into 7 after 3 turns. But there's 3. Hopefully it stays. I'm going to look to destroy something as soon as possible.
Remember Sintra!
Okay, we'll boost first. And then we'll take care of probably the Windhelm with the... Yeah, Windhelm gets the boot with the Champion's Charge, I think, this turn.
I'm not afraid. Fear is a
Oh,
common
definitely.
trait.
Yeah. Okay, they don't see the line. 8 keys is promising. Okay, to be fair... Whoops. Oh, we have to go through that. I'm really trying to avoid it. Two, three... Let's say we're to go through another tree first. Start this one. Just get some of the ores. It doesn't matter if you go about it like this way. Scraps are good too. Perfect, this is nice. Get a few more kegs. Hopefully we can pull into something because the opponents are starting to get a bit stronger.
In shop, soup in shop. Ooh, we make smash smash. Mash bash me barrel thrash. Razzies.
Okay, so if we start piling duplicates, we will get more scrap. Again, I kind of want to round out the collection. But I'm willing to do it here, that's fine. Whoops. Yeah, we'll go for scrap on the ones we can.
Bang! Wow! That me know how.
Doesn't matter in this instance. Okay, nothing for Journey. We gotta keep playing, guys.
You've got the heart of an uncrate.
This looks like the same matchup. Okay, dump back Squirtle round 1. It's pretty trashy in round 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is okay. This is good for clans, but we have the Hunter. This is good for Gutting Slash or clans or Charge, but I think we actually put back the Gutting Slash here because we have that. And for what it's worth, Boat just generally comes down first.
Blood alone can my maid's honor unbesmirch.
Second engine comes down here.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
So we want to remove this, but we can't just yet unless we go in for a Gutting Slash, and I don't know if it's worth it at that point. I think we just warm one of these up, we take it out next turn that way.
Thunder, full service.
Because if we put down Greatsword, we get the damage pings off this, we should get some pretty good value. I mean, there's that play for sure. So the opponent knows a little bit about deck thinning, the mechanics, right? Having thinning pairs. We don't really have any in our deck right here. I kind of want to go for like a discard package, but... Oh. So they have the other one in hand. Good to know.
I will lopped off 3 heads with one blow.
And we can just boost this up here. Hopefully we can get out of the round. I'm pretty comfortable with passing here. It all kind of comes down to what they play, though. If they... Yeah. From hand's a little bit slow. I think I pass. I personally think it's going to take them 2 cards plus leader. Unless they have Amphibious.
Try them!
That's not enough either. I think they missed. They should have put them all in the Tridom.
Should've listened to the old lady.
So even when they do pass and go to round 3, they're going to have 9 cards. We'll have 10 cards, so that makes a big difference for us. We get that last save we were looking for. Get a chance to fix our hand for round 3. We have pretty much all the cards we need anyways. Really good Hjalmar. Really good clans. Boat carry over round 3. I want Skjortel and Donner. Those are probably the 2. And I think I actually put back the Blood Eagle, because we can get that. I'm gonna dump clans because I want to throw card. This pig has to leave. It's not very good.
Long live the king!
Bilberry's honor!
I guess they're bleeding. We'll put down a boat. It doesn't make a difference. We can play to 7 and get out. We still keep the same card advantage. But it actually gets a bit worse for them.
Commands are sacred. Must be treated as such.
They boosted that. I mean, we take Skjortel here at really good value.
They'll not get away with us.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad hands.
Nice mess you've got here.
Okay, so one option's to go in for the War of Clans and rotate out a Brockfur Hunter, but I always like to go for the consistency route. So if we take Vabjorn into a Blood Eagle, hit this because it's going to bring out a card we don't want to see next turn, and just go for the removal here, that should just be fine. And I'm willing to even take the card, you know, play into another card for that, because we still have such a big advantage for cards. We're up by 3 cards here. And to be fair, I think something like that's nice. Get that online, keeps us ahead, we can use the damage next turn. I always like to put down the order cards before I put down the ones that just do things automatically, depending on what it is, for damage at least, because look, at least this way we're still ahead. And if they did play aggressively, we'd have the reach to be able to push them there. 4-card advantage, I'm not going to BM, I'm just going to play to win, and then that's about it. This pig's not saying a whole lot. We go, to be fair though, we get Donner, we get everything we need. I don't think we have to go and take mulligans here. I think we just have the hand. Something proactive. That's the problem with this deck here.
The more I drink with our forefathers!
That's the problem. There's a couple cards that are wasting provisions. Like this giant boar, it's wasting provisions for us. The Tursic is wasting provisions kind of, because it's 7, it goes to 11 sure, but it's also very vulnerable at 11 power, especially when boosted. And then we have cards that we don't have a direct way to pull from our deck, like the Wild Boar of the Sea. I don't even think I've played it once since I put it in the deck, because we don't have a way to get it. So for that reason, this damages by 3, so this is 7 off the 6. That's a trade up here. We take Lugos every time. I don't want to ruin Bloodthirst, because I like this. So I'm thinking we just honestly keep it clean, so we don't have to run into a problem of keeping Bloodthirst.
Not without good reason. They call me the Stern.
We just dump that, don't we?
Go down. I'm taking you with me.
That would have been kind of cool if those beasts were actually not beasts, you know? Now, realistically, we could probably, like, pretty much wipe the board, but there's no reason to be a root. Especially when maybe they're going to be watching this, you know? Okay, 465. I think we go for Fukusha before we go for Herald, but it's hard to say. Harmony. Let's go. Harmony's actually strong. I'm kind of scared we might have a net decker on our hands, guys. Let's tuck this back because it's not very good. this goes back because it's not a round 1 card. This might actually be... Okay, I'm going to keep this in hand because we can actually play it this time. And then I think we put this back because it's not a round 1 card. Perfect. Let's go. Harmony generally runs Rebukes, but I'm just going to be careful here. They also might run Poison.
Your forces will not save you, Dwarf.
Okay, just elves. Cool. Greatsword heals first. Like, it will heal, so we play the Hunter.
Warhawk before ye.
It's kind of what we wanted. So we can just go and TA that, stay out of tall removal range, and then we can just put down the Greatsword, which should be fine. Next turn we could start getting the Berserk online, and then that'll just be great. Yeah, I think we're going to craft Fukusha first, because there's a consideration to go Battle Trance instead of Warriors, because there's a lot of similar cards. Just ping that, play that.
If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
That's too bad, we just got started. I tried installing this game on Steam, but it makes you install it in order to play it on Steam to get like the achievements, but I already had it installed on GOG, so I tried to install it twice to different directories, and then like the game had a hard time loading. It was weird. It was like all jittery in the menu and stuff, so that's too bad. Big points. Wide punish. Blood Eagle into probably Skjortel. I think that's the play. We'll jam a couple cards and see how it feels.
Raid, we fly, we plunder, full service.
Oh, they got those good cards. It's kind of scary. Hopefully it's like a Whisper. We just hit with the War Clans, clear the board. No big deal, right? Yes.
Splendid crops this year, and ever they shall be.
So clean. This is perfect.
Nigh is the time of the white frost and white light.
Big carryover Torque deck, maybe? So far appears Devotion. So far I'm not too concerned. We got a pretty good removal here for the 10. I don't think I mind just playing something like this, and I think we can stay in the race here.
But a scratch.
I feel like if they had a rebuke, they would have used a rebuke. Two things to rebuke, but I kind of want to hold the damage. You don't always have to spend it if you need it, because I want to remove an engine or something.
I was hoping you'd
There's
say
a lot of elves. Okay. If I take Blood Eagle, do we go for a bronze? We could. We can go for like one of these, plays for 7. Greatsword will play for 10 ultimately though. Probably should have done that first. No, I think I like the removal, to be fair. The flexibility is really nice.
women, children, elders.
Because they put down a sorceress or something like that, we have easy access without having to get Bloodthirst for the 2 to remove it.
Ryan!
18, 13. So they're not giving me engines, they're all deploy cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Bloodthirst 2 going to get the most value off of the Donner, and then we can just go and remove a 4. And we want to keep the ones that are Bloodthirst on the board for the Wild Boar of the Sea, right? Damage all damage units, then damage all units. That's a thing. Also, we want to set up the Tursic here, so that's also a thing.
Blood and neckhounds. Similian
The bonded kind of sucks. So, it's either one card leader or both cards that we'll get here. If we pass. They did carry over technically a couple times, so they're holding on to something that could be important. We just have a lot of good points left. This ruins our Bloodthirst, though. Okay, you know what? It's a little bit more pressure. I don't think it's going to do well in a short round 3 anyways. And we already have Roll Punish, which is why I don't like to have both. You kind of have to pick, okay, you're going to run Wild Boar of the Sea, or you're going to run Hemdall.
I'll do so sword in hand.
822, leaders worth 7. Leader plus whatever else worth a bit more. I think we can 2-0. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure we have the hand to 2-0 if we crank it all properly, but I just don't think it's worth it.
Your sword and arm be one.
Leader gets them ahead by 1. So 4 of the hand buffs went to that specific card.
Do you hear? They approach.
Oh no. Yeah, that's tough. 2 card advantage just to save the leader. I don't think it was worth it. We kind of like the boat. We want this here. We could probably pull that off the Blood Eagle, right? Yeah, boat's like a good proactive play. This is kind of like a finisher. To be fair, most of what we have is pretty good. I think we should be fine. Yeah, I don't want to do anything crazy here. Depending on what they pull, we're going to go for it. If it's 3, we can hit it with that right away. Or maybe Hjalmar. Either way is fun. Oh, that's not a problem.
Too fast for you, Dwan.
Illusions. You've yet to see what they can accomplish.
So we have to respect this. I don't know if I want to go as far as using a Hjalmar on something like that. So I think I actually go Blood Eagle and Brockvar, to be fair.
I promise you a quick
Just out of sight, out of mind, kill it there. I think the last card's going to be pretty tall. I think we actually take leader here so that we have more flexibility. 2, 4, 6, even 6 removal here. Actually, we should have actually played that on the front row, to be fair. Would have had the extra point. And point slam leader. To be honest, guys, it doesn't really matter, right? Okay, one step closer to a good card. I want to see if we can get it done before the end of this episode here. I don't really want to keep them more than 2 hours, to be fair, per episode, so... Actually, I think we got it. Here, let's go here. Wait, do we want 2? Yeah, we want 3. 260. We can get 1 more if we go to another tree. What about this one? Guys, notice how I'm not buying the meteor powder. We don't need to make things shiny. We actually just need to get things first. Right? Actually, no, we make Herald before Fukusha because we have the Blood Eagle tutor for Herald. That's probably what we're going to do. So we have 2 of all these, so a lot of them are going to be getting additional scraps for it, basically. Pro-Clan Preacher in case you want to go get a Nith and play Battle Trance after. And we'll just take the extra for the scraps. Lots of scraps here too. And honestly, Cultist is just a good card. These aren't rare cards, so we'll get more of the other ones. And we just need, what, 295. I don't think we're going to have it just yet. Should we just dump something? I want to so badly. Wait, hold on. Let's check Journey real quick. If we got one more journey level, we should be fine, I think. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's not start doing that. I said I wasn't going to do it. This could be messed up, man. Hopefully it's not traps. Skellige plays horribly into traps. I feel like both of these in one round is almost too good. Put that away, though. Put that away, because we don't have 4 provisions engraved. And we'll put that away. I don't want gold cards like that right away. And I don't know why they keep giving us blue coin. We keep going first in most of the games today.
Do you hear?
Yeah, I think it's traps, man. Which is, like, really bad for me. We have to win round 1, like, by any means, to be fair. Because usually traps will play scenario first. And usually elves are running traps, you see what I'm saying? We need that last save so we can hit them with a big roll punish. Holy. They're doing the whole waylay thing too? Problem is, whenever they play a waylay, it's going to give them points, so we have to take care of that. We're trading down on the gutting slash too.
The Valley of Flowers. There is no place more beautiful.
We shall drive the ape men into the sea!
Okay, so no panicking.
What is it?
Got to get rid of that too. I think we just set up the graveyard here. Yeah, I don't think we can take the first round.
The Valley of Flowers. There is no place more beautiful.
They've got a fully fleshed out archetype here, so we have to pass on that. Seems like a pretty good hand. I don't know how well Hjalmar plays into the traps. I might actually tuck it back just in case. Same with this one here. We kind of just want cards we can put down for points. Again, that's just me guessing that it's a trap deck. It might not be. As I was saying, right? Here.
Will you die already? Or need I kill you again?
Played pretty well into the pitfall. I think it was a little bit too early for a pitfall. I probably would have put the incinerating trap first.
I am who I need to be. If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
So I read that one like a book. This was the one I was most scared of.
Look what the werecat dragged in.
And they're giving us units to play like into. We have units we can damage here, so it's not all bad.
A sword to outshine all others.
I think that might be an incinerating trap, so I want to play around that. Okay, and do we just remove things? No, we'll keep the front row pretty stacked. That's not all bad. Problem is we don't have last say. Vabjorn into War Cleanse. I think we dump this. And that's... Yeah, I honestly think that's the way.
I promise you a quick game.
My folk have suffered much.
Women, children,
We gotta get rid of that ASAP. And that.
Soil is fertile.
Can't even tell you what's worse. Probably this. How are we gonna do it though? So, okay. We could take this. I have an idea. We take this here and do a Hemdall. Because we don't want them to get all the extra points from that. And then next turn, we can finish the kill with the Brock for Hunter and the Skjorl. Can't give Vitality to Vale. I was so thirsty to remove these cards that it kind of messed up our play here, but I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, we'll take this. This is fine. If they go wide, we'll be able to get at least damage a few of them and get Bloodthirst 3. Like, if they crank Leader here or play Vernasil, we're good. That's pretty close, but I think we should just have it here.
May your sword and arm be one.
Yeah, that was good. Little winning streak going on here. That's fine. So we'll check it out. We're 15 so far in one. The one that we got though was from the one person playing that Nilfgaard Assimilate meta list, so I don't even feel bad. And based on the experience too, it looked like they knew what they were doing as far as the plays. They were really sequencing things properly, so I don't even feel bad. That could be a Smurf account or someone who's just been really paying attention and practicing before they even got into playing the game. So even it could be someone who used to play and who came back to the game, maybe played in beta or something like that. So that's fine. I'm going to conclude it at here because we're at rank 24. That's 3 ranks in the one video, and then next time we'll pick it up. Maybe we'll try and aim for like 3 ranks per video so that we can do like a 10 to 15 video series kind of thing. But with that being said, if you guys enjoy this content, let me know, because it's something that I've sort of committed to, and I just want to make sure that you guys are happy with this journey and this process that we're doing here. So we will see you tomorrow with another video. Have a great day, and talk to you then.